Hi, I'm Maja from Book from Dreams, and welcome to a new reading vlog. It's the first week of April. It's Easter Monday. I'm on spring break, even though my body doesn't know that because it's now like 9:30 and I've been up since 7. Yeah, so I guess my body will figure it out probably on Friday that, it can sleep in, but whatever. So the plan for this week is to read some of my 2021 anticipated releases. So books have already come out. I haven't read them yet. So the plan for this week is to read two that have been on my list and one that I added later on. So the first one is Persephone Station by Stina Light. This was on my, I think, February TBR, but it didn't happen at all. And then the second one that has been on my list before, we made a video about our anticipated releases, so I'll leave it somewhere here, you can watch it, is Across the Green Grass Fields by Sean McGuire. This is book 6 in her Wayward Children series. I think we follow a girl who ends up in Hoofland because she likes horses. I don't know, we'll see. And the one that I've added, that's not on our official list, is Act Your Age, Eve Brown, which is book 3 in the Brown Sisters series by Talia Hibbert. Basically, it's a romance, and I think I'm gonna read that one first. Actually, listen to it on audio because I have the audiobook and I enjoyed the audiobooks to the first 2 books of the series, and they're awesome. So I think I'm gonna listen to that first because it will be easygoing and fast going, and I have other things to read this week other than the 3 that I've set for myself. So yeah, I'm gonna start with Act Your Age, Eve Brown, and then we'll see what happens from there. Yeah, till the next clip. Oh, I forgot to say. What I've actually been doing instead of reading, if I've been up for 3 hours already, I've been catching up on YouTube, BookTube, because I haven't really been watching the videos at all, so I'm just taking a little time today, and I think I want to do that every day, just to watch a couple of videos, comment and stuff, because, life and work and stuff, and sometimes you don't feel like watching stuff other than whatever I'm currently obsessed with, and that is cleaning videos currently. So yeah, that's what I'm doing today, reading and watching BookTube. Hi, it's Tuesday, of course, the vlogging thing, whatever. Before I get to how much I read yesterday, I just want to show you something. It's weird, so prepare yourself. Yesterday, it was sunny, it was nice, it was kind of windy, a little bit cold, but today, we have this. That's snow in April, and it's supposed to be like this all day, so that's gonna be fun. Snow. Now I like snow, that's great, but not in April. All right, so it's 7 in the morning, around 8:30, actually, 7:30 actually. I have to go to work today. Just one day of my spring break, I have to go to work. Yesterday, I basically did nothing but read, and I got to 72% of Act Your Age, Eve Brown. I like it a lot. We follow Eve, who, after a disaster of a wedding she planned. It went okay, but some things happened that made her quit her job and made her dissolve her wedding planning business. And her parents got sick and tired of her constant not failure, but constant change of careers and everything. So they gave her some things she has to do, conditions if she wants to have access to her money. She has money from because her family is rich, and every month she gets like an allowance, not allowance, but money from like her foundation or whatever. And so the conditions are that she has to get a job and keep it for a year and to find a living arrangement somewhere else, so she doesn't live with her parents anymore. So she goes around driving because she's upset, and because, as in every of these books, our main characters, you know, even through their quirkiness, there is sort of such a super thing to say, but there's like a real life problem that nobody's been sort of made aware of, which is kind of weird. Like, you know, each of the sisters has her own like problem and stuff, and Eve's problem is that she feels like she fails at everything. She feels like a failure, and she hides that very well, and she has certain behavioral, I don't want to say issues. It's not an issue. It's like she doesn't feel very comfortable in crowds. She doesn't. She's like an introvert, but there's so many things happening, and yeah. Anyway, so she drives around and she ends up in this little village, and then she wants to have breakfast, finds this bed and breakfast, and then finds a sign that they're interviewing for chefs. And since during her life she did some cooking course or something, she applies and has a very interesting interview with Jacob, our other main character, and his friend. Jacob has autism, which she reveals at the beginning, and basically the interview does not go well. It's fun, but not very professional. So when she leaves, she kind of hits him with his car when he goes to find her, because they're really in a crunch and they need someone to work at the bed and breakfast. And she breaks his wrist and bruises him all over. So she has to stay and help him run the bed and breakfast. And from there, their relationship blossoms, and it's so fantastic and it's so fun to read. And I just love the progression of their relationship. And as in previous books, like all the sort of are both the sisters and their like romantic interests are helping each other, either not knowingly or intentionally, but helping them deal with their problems. And it's very interesting to read. And yeah, I'm listening to it on audiobook, and it's very interesting. So yeah, that's it for now. I have to go get ready for work. I think I'm going to try and finish it. I mean, I'm going to finish the book today. And the next thing I'm going to read is Persephone Station. So, wish me luck. It's Tuesday, and I'm almost done with book 1, and it's snowing outside. What a day. Okay, it's later. I'm done with work. I cleaned my house and I finished Act Your Age, Eve Brown, which was so good. I think that one and the first one with Chloe definitely are one of my favorites. And it basically is the same plot as the first two, and the story hits the same beats as the first two. Like, we have our main characters who are finding themselves and coming to grips with their problem, not fixing everything, but sort of coming away from this story better understanding, or whatever, this event better understanding themselves and their issues, and are working on them. And it's so good. It's such a fun read, and it's so entertaining, and yeah, I'm enjoying this type of romance where there is a dose of reality. It's not just instant attraction and banter and sex, or just alpha males fighting for whatever. You know, it's so good, and I'm enjoying the Grumpy Sunshine thing. I'm definitely going to figure out, trying to find some other romances with that because that's fun. That's a fun read. Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. I'm gonna continue. I think I started Persephone Station, and like a couple of pages in, so I'm gonna continue with that one, and leave Sean Maguire for last. Yeah, but Eve Brown, awesome. The whole series it's really good. I'm considering going and getting them, physical copies of the book so I can like reread my favorite parts and stuff. Oh God, it's so good. It's good. So yeah. So it's Wednesday after 1 p.m. I've discovered something quite interesting. If you want to get something read, you actually have to read it. So basically, yeah, I spend my Tuesday afternoon and evening watching Netflix, and I started reading, I think it's Kate something. She wrote like a series of dark romances with Disney characters. So I'm reading the one with Jafar and Jasmine, which is set in this like mob like city. It's very interesting, and I'm reading that, and I'm not reading Persephone Station. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I have to really make an effort today to read some of Persephone Station because I can read Sean Maguire in a day. That's not a problem, but I want to read Persephone Station. So yeah. So basically, the goal for the rest of the day is to try to not watch Netflix. I'm watching The Irregulars, the new show with the kids and Dr. Watson and Sherlock and the supernatural things happening in London. It's very cool. It's very interesting. I love the supernatural elements, so that's fun for me. Yeah, so the goal is to focus and read Persephone Station. So, hi, it's Thursday around 5 p.m. I got myself in gear and I've read 16 to the 16th chapter of Persephone Station. So, the plot is underway and everything. There are a lot of characters to follow. I'm not getting Mandalorian vibes. I'm getting more Firefly vibes and, Crew of Serenity than anything else. And yeah, so basically we follow Angel. She is a former, let's say, space marine. And she is now living on Persephone Station. And she is hired by Rosie, who has a bar for like criminals and people who want to hire criminals, to protect the indigenous species of Persephone Station, which is a planet. And they have to do that because industry company has taken interest in them, and the indigenous people have a certain technology that they want, and they're not willing to play nice anymore. So yeah, it's a bit dry. Like, I am noticing all the info dumps. I usually don't notice. I mean, you understand when you are finished, when you are given information, but it's more it's not as subtly interwoven with the story, because it's like, you meet one character, then you get like info up on their history and how they're connected to the plot and what they're trying to do. And so it's kind of, I notice it a lot, which is not good. And yeah, so far interesting, but we'll see what happens. I'm not as gripped as I thought I would be, but yeah, I'm 16 chapters in, so that's good. I'm gonna go do some spring cleaning now. We're still working on the pantry stuff, and yeah, I'll continue reading later on, and I'll tell you if something interesting happens. What I can tell you about Persephone Station, there is a lot of there is non-binary representation. So Rosie's non-binary. We have LGBTQ plus representations. I don't notice anything else that might be important. Not really. But yeah, there's talks about viruses and stuff, so that's fun. But yeah, other than that, thought it would be a bit more exciting, but we'll see what happens later. It's Saturday morning. I finished Persephone Station late last night. Well, I like the cover, so that's something. The story was, it was, an average space opera story. Just, I guess, something that would make it stand out from any other story is that it has a lot of people of color characters. I mean, our main character, I guess, leader of the mercenaries is, I think, Hispanic. Yeah, she's Hispanic. Then, we have LGBTQ representation and everything, and most of the characters are female. So, there's that. But the story itself is kind of average. It's cliched. And I usually like cliches. I don't mind them if they're fun and entertaining. But I was listening to this on audio because I'm having trouble concentrating while reading. So the narrator read this like they were reading a grocery list. It was like so emotionless and detached, and just while I was listening to it, I was just thinking, oh my god, like Will Wheaton would do a much better job narrating this, because there was no emotion into the characters. I mean, there was a death scene, and it just I felt nothing, and it was just so, yeah. So I don't know if it's narrator, if it's writing. I didn't connect to any of the characters. The plot was, basically, the plot takes place in a couple of days. So at the beginning, we sort of meet this indigenous species of a planet, and find themselves in danger because a representative of a corporation wants to destroy them, and we later find out because they want their technology or whatever. And basically, Rosie, who is like a crime boss there on the planet, manipulates this mercenary crew because she sort of sets them up, basically uses the situation to her advantage, to sort of manipulate them into taking like a job to protecting the people. So this is where I guess the Mandalorian vibes come from. That is in the promo of this book. This is also the Firefly vibes I've been getting. And basically the battle ensues, and then you sort of follow the battle and the consequences and everything. I mean, I don't know. It was just, I don't know. I didn't like it. I mean, I didn't like it. I didn't actively dislike it. I didn't feel much about it. So I think I gave it 2 stars on Goodreads, just because the 2 stars are mean. Like it was okay. It was okay. I mean, it was fine. Nothing special. Nothing that makes me want to read more from the author, which is kind of crappy. But whatever. I read it. So yeah. I don't know. I just thought if I could connect to the characters more, that would be better. But there was also so many things happening in this book. I mean, the book has like, I don't think it has 500 pages, but it's a bigger book, and it's like, you follow this basic plot, and then all of a sudden you have this character, this IA character sort of, and their story, and then you have the protagonist and Rosie and their antagonist and Rosie and their connection and their story, and everybody's. I mean, so many things happening in this book, and I just think maybe it was overly complicated and just unnecessary, and it just, I don't know. I like the cover. Yeah. So the last book for this vlog is actually going to be Sean McGuire's Across the Green Grass Fields. So I'm going to try and read that today, because I still haven't started on my book club book. And the book club book is on Sunday night, so that's good. But yeah, I'm going to devote Saturday to reading the Sean McGuire one, and I'll tell you what I think when I start reading it. Now I have to go edit a vlog that's going to be out soon. We'll see. Yeah, so see you later. All right. I am at 22% of Cross the Green Grass Fields. Oh my god, I want to punch Reagan. Laurel, whatever the fuck her name is, in her fucking face. So, in this novella, we are following Regan, or Regan, whatever, however you say her name. she is a girl who really likes horses, and she is friends with a really, really bad girl, with a mean girl, little Laurel. So Reagan has realized that something is very different, that she's different from all the other girls, because all the other girls are developing and she's not. So she had a talk with her parents, and she found out that she's intersex. Intersex? Is that how you say it? Anyway, basically she has XY chromosomes instead of XX, I think. And she's so, her body's different and will need help to develop as other girls do. The problem with this, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that at all, but the problem is that her friend Laurel is a bitch, and she's a tiny, I don't know that they're like 10. No, they're not 10. They're 10. They're 10. So she's like a little tyrant of the playground, and you have to do everything to appease Laurel, because if you don't, then you get cast aside as their friend Heather. So I'm thinking at this point now is when Reagan will find herself in this new world, and I hope that she learns something about herself in that world, and when she comes back that she kicks Laurel's ass, because this is very rage-inducing. Yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. I'm filled with current rage right now, and yeah, I'm gonna continue on reading. But if I chuck my Kindle from across the room, it's because Laurel is a tiny little bitch. Well, it's literally been a week since I last filmed anything, because my work started this week, and apparently when my work starts, my brain doesn't, I don't know, just immediately goes into this like work mode and doesn't want to do reading. I mean, I read stuff. I finished 3 books actually in this week. I read our book club book. I finished the Interdependency series by John Scalzi, and I finished my Disney dark romance book I was reading. And I finally sat down today and finished Across the Greengrass Fields by Sean Maguire. And it was kind of meh. I mean, it's not a favorite in the series for me, definitely. I enjoy Jack and Jill stories the most, and I like the third one. The third one was fun, with the mermaid girl, I think. But in this one, we follow Reagan. I keep thinking Regan, but it's like Negan. Regan, it's not. It's Reagan, I think. Anyway, we follow her as she runs away from home after her parents tell her that she is different from the other girls, and she divulges that information to her friend, and things go horribly wrong because her friend is awful, and she ends up in Hoofland, where she sort of shacks up with a family of centaurs, and there she learns of the queen that reigns over Hoofland, and how there's like a legend or whatever story that whenever a human comes to Hoofland, they have to go to the queen to save the world of some sort, save the world somehow. And that is not exactly what happens. I don't want to spoil this for you because this is a short story. I mean, it was an okay read. I don't know why it took me a week to read it. But yeah, I just wasn't feeling the pull to get to it and finish it. But now I did, and it was fine. There were better entries in the series. I'll just leave it at that. So for this reading vlog, I read book that I was like most anticipating for this year, and from all of them, my favorite was Act Your Age, Eve Brown, because it was fun and it was entertaining and I enjoyed it. There's great representation, there's romance, steamy stuff. It's just a fun book to read, and the whole series is just amazing, and I would definitely recommend it to people. Like my space opera book wasn't good. I mean, it was fine. It wasn't anything special, which was kind of disappointing. And, Across the Greengrass Field was like, it's fine. I hope the rest of my anticipated book list won't be as disappointing as you know, some of the books that I read this week were because I know that would suck. That would be horrible because I'm looking forward to the Andy Weir one. That is going to be cool. Anyway, yeah, that's it. But yeah, that's the end of the vlog. There are some links to stuff, world issues, you know, in the description box. So if you have time to check them out, please do. You can check other videos on our channel. You can, you know, subscribe, press the like button, press notifications to get information on when we post new videos, and notification, or both, I guess, whatever. Anyway, yeah, that's it for this vlog. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.